Hi, everybody. This is Brenda, the host of My Mic, Your Voice podcast. And today I have the wonderful Luciana Pampalone with me today. And Luciana, please go ahead and just tell everybody a little bit more about yourself.
Hi, I'm Luciana. I'm basically I'm a photographer, commercial photographer, based out of New York for many years now. I'm an artist and now an author as well. So so there you go. I'm excited to do this. Thank you, Brenda.
Oh, but thank you for coming. I'm excited too. So hopefully, everybody got the link and they're able to come in. So I can't tell if
Okay.
anybody's there or not, but I did give them the link. So hopefully they're able to, join us and listen. But if not, it's going to be posted on YouTube. And also I put like little snippets on Instagram once I do,
Awesome.
the editing and stuff like that. Okay, awesome. So, my first question for you, my dear, is was there a specific moment when you knew photography was your calling?
Yes, I'll tell you specifically. I was in high school. I was on a school bus on a school trip to New York City, and I saw this female photographer photographing a model on the steps of the Metropolitan Museum of Art. And I said, "That looks cool. I want to do that." That was the actual moment. I must have been 16 years old, and I had already taken all the art classes in high school, including photography as well. But I started really as a fine artist, and then I got into photography at 16. So that was the pivotal moment there.
Oh, cool. Oh, so you
Yeah,
knew at an early
16,
age that's
16,
what you wanted to
many
do.
years ago. But
Yes. Well,
I've been a professional photographer since I was 18. I started getting paid to do photography jobs with models. But I went to the School of Visual Arts in New York City and majored. I have a 4-year degree in photography.
oh,
So
okay.
after high school, I went to photography school in the School of Visual Arts in New York City. So basically the background there.
Oh, cool. That's nice. I follow your work, so you do some excellent photography. I mean,
Thank
it's just
you.
beautiful. Yes, I
Thank
love
you.
your work. Yes. Now, if you had to pick one, where was your favorite location for doing your like photo shoots for photography?
In my entire career, I've been to so many places, Brenda. Oh my gosh. I'm going to say my top three. It can't be one, it's got to be three.
Okay.
Um, I would say Paris, which I got to live there for a month and a half on assignment for Hearst magazines.
Ooh.
Then Japan, Kyoto, Japan, which was an amazing cultural
Mhm.
enlightenment uh, trip that I photographed a fashion catalog there in Japan. And then the last one would be Thailand. I was there for 3 weeks photographing for a wellness uh, retreat company. So
Oh,
those are
wow.
my top three. Those would be my
Oh,
top three. I
wow.
can't pick one because I love all those
Okay.
places. But
Okay.
I've traveled to
Awesome.
many more places than just that. So
Awesome. Well, I've been to Paris, so that's off my bucket list. But Japan and Thailand, oh my gosh, I want to go there so bad. And as a matter of
amazing.
fact, in 2008, I believe it was, I had a trip planned to Japan, but they had that major earthquake. And so that
I'm so
changed all of my plans, and I never got a chance to go, again. So that's on my bucket list to do that, go to Japan. So hopefully one day this
you
year, maybe
will.
or next
You
year.
have
So
to. It's just so amazing. You'll love
yes,
it.
I just love it. I love the pictures. I love the beauty. It's just gorgeous. Yes. So now, how do you build a rapport with your clients during a photo shoot?
How do I build a rapport? Well, the rapport with my clients usually comes before the photo shoot in forms of meetings. And
Mm-hmm.
in the meetings, we communicate very well. And the biggest thing is listening to what the client wants
Mm-hmm.
as an end result. So everything's really done before the photo shoot. even we coordinate during the production time, before the photo shoot. So a lot of it's done prior to the photography shoot itself. And on the shoot, I just like to have fun, enjoy myself, have play great music. So that is a whole experience that is so much fun. That's basically how that happens. That magic happens there for the client.
Awesome. I saw one photo you did. It was with the model in the bathtub, and
Yeah.
boy, she had her legs extended. And I was like, boy, that is a powerful photo. Did you come up with that?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I just come up with all these different kinds of ideas. The bathtub came from shooting in the bathroom, basically, initially. I would do photo shoots in my bathroom because it creates a very intimate setting. Um,
Mhm.
and it's a very tight setting. So it creates that intimate encounter where you really are connected, photographer and subject or model at the same
Okay.
time. Now, when I got my house out of the city, I got my house out in Long Island. Um, I wanted to continue the bathtub series, but I
Mhm.
live on the water. So I bought a cast iron old school bathtub,
Mhm.
came out of a renovation, put it on the, with the help of my husband, of course, put it on the, right on the bulkhead where the water is on my property.
Mhm.
And that's how it started. And I spray painted it silver too to give it kind of a glistening kind of
Yeah.
feel, magical kind of feel. And that bathtub, I photographed a model in there, and that model shot with the bathtub was on a billboard in Times Square, Las
Oh,
Vegas,
nice.
and Miami as well. That appeared
Oh,
in three big places on billboards. So that was kind of cool.
oh, that is an
That was
awesome
pretty cool.
accolade.
Yeah,
Oh, shoot.
that was cool.
That is, I love that photo. And I made a comment on it. I was like, oh my God, the structure, the muscle, the tone. I was just like, oh my God, that picture was everything. Yes,
Thank you.
that was awesome.
Thank you.
You do a lot of good work anyway, but yes, I love that
Thank
one.
you.
Hmm. And now,
Mhm.
as a photographer, what is your favorite type of light to work with?
I'm going to say daylight. I'm a professional photographer in terms of lighting. I'm really good at lighting uh, with strobe lights and artificial lighting. I've
Mhm.
had to be because I've shot a lot of catalogs in my career. I've shot a lot of location, even with some lights on location. So I've had to know lighting really well. But
Mhm.
my favorite lighting would be daylight, you know,
Okay.
and
Okay.
making
Awesome.
every woman look beautiful.
I know it. I can't wait for my turn.
Exactly.
I'm gonna have to book me a photo shoot because I love
I
it.
love it. Good, please.
have you have you ever had a creative block, or and if you did, how did you deal with it?
Actually, no. Um,
No.
when I'm on a photo shoot or I come up with these interesting ideas I want to photograph. So I really never experienced that throughout my career. I've been really lucky, I think, because I'm just naturally a creative person.
Mhm.
I know in life we go through some blocks, you know, that's part of life, but I don't experience a block when I'm shooting. I'm really laser focused when I'm
Okay.
shooting, when I'm photographing. So there's no blocks, no running out of ideas. A lot of photo shoots I art direct as well. I come up with the ideas for the shoot most of the times. So I um I can never have I mean I never have had a photo shoot with any creative ideas blocked in my life actually.
Okay. Well,
So I've been
awesome.
lucky.
Awesome.
I've been lucky.
Yeah. Well, how do you stay motivated when the work is so repetitive? So how you stay motivated?
I have a variety. It's always been a variety of work. When I started out, I would shoot models for portfolios, and then I shooted. I would start shooting editorials for magazines, and then catalogs, fashion catalogs. Shot a lot of those. So every day I'm gonna say is different because the people are different, the models are different,
Mm-hmm.
the clients different.
Mm-hmm.
Every day is different, so you can't be bored of that. I mean, even when I was shooting a lot of Macy's in the photo studio, Macy's.com, for 8 years, um, I plus I shot for other clients during that time. It
Mm-hmm.
was repetitive on white backgrounds. It kept getting repetitive, but they would rotate models out all during the day, so it never got boring. Which I'm really grateful for. You know, very lucky.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, 'cause your career sounds like it's just a lot of fun. It's
It has
exciting.
been, and it is still amazing. I feel very
Yeah,
blessed.
yeah. And then too in your field, you get a chance to meet a lot of interesting people. And see, I love people,
Tons.
so that's
Hmm.
yes.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Exactly.
All right. So I see a lot of AI generated photos and things out there today. What is your take on AI and photography?
Well, I use AI almost every day
Okay.
in terms of photo editing, a photo
Mm-hmm.
editing process, in terms of removing objects. Say, mostly I'm shooting some architectural photography, real estate photography now. So
Mm-hmm.
my husband and I have a business called Dream Team Creatives, and
Mm-hmm.
we pair up to shoot certain categories like real estate. And sometimes I even shoot together with him at events. So
Mm-hmm.
in post production and editing process, we do use AI for object removal
Mm-hmm.
or yeah, it's basically for object removal. We also created in the last 3 months a print on demand shirt company and t-shirt
Mm-hmm.
company where I designed all my designs with AI.
Nice.
And it was what an amazing, mind blowing experience that was.
Oh.
Because it's really exciting. I designed 3 collections for the brand, and the first collection was called DJ Dog,
Mm-hmm.
and that was my love of music and my love of dogs. So I combined the two. So I came up with this idea: why don't I create a dog in a gold jacket with gold chains, headphones, and his paws on the turntable like a DJ?
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So I made the DJ dog in nightclubs, all these different
Oh,
scenarios, and
wow.
different kinds of dogs I use, different breeds of dogs I use, mutts,
Mm-hmm.
different kinds of breeds that I thought would be
Mm-hmm.
interesting subjects. So I did
Mm-hmm.
that collection. That's really cool. Then I did the goddess and queen collection, and I wear the crown. The meaning behind the crown is never forget you're a goddess or a queen, because in life we sometimes forget that in our journey. So it's a reminder to all women: never forget that you are that goddess and queen. So that's a queen
Absolutely.
goddess energy. So I created a bunch of designs with AI, different women, different ethnicities, wearing different kinds of crowns, flowers. So that's really cool. And then I did an American Cowgirl
Mm-hmm.
collection, and that's was based on I got inspiration because I used to own horses growing up. So it was a cowgirl and a horse and the American flag. So it was a very patriotic collection uh,
Mm-hmm.
that I designed. So those are 3 main collections I designed for the site. It's not
Mm-hmm.
formally launched yet, but you will be seeing it soon. So
Okay. Awesome.
yeah, that's my in depth to AI. It's been amazing.
Awesome. Well, AI is it's wonderful. I'm learning how to use it because I haven't, used it yet, but I see everybody creating different stuff and I'm like, oh wow, that
It's
is
really cool.
gorgeous. Yeah, so
Yes,
I'm practicing right now, so hopefully
good
I
for
get
you.
become a pro at it.
I
And I
designed my
love
book cover with AI too. I designed my book
uh-huh.
cover with AI too. I have it here.
Oh, okay.
I'll talk about that later.
Okay, awesome. I did see you on the runway with the dogs, and I was like, "Look at Luciana, she is so cute." When
Yeah.
you did that
Yes.
event.
Mhm. I did my little walk down the runway with the dog Apollo. It was for
Mhm,
Rescue Rocks dog adoption organization for
mhm.
rescues. So that was a charity to raise money for that organization. Yeah, that was really fun. I did it last year as well as this year. I'll probably do it every year until I can't do it anymore.
Okay, well, I loved it. You looked so cute in your black and white. I said, "Look at her twirling down the aisle, and just
Great.
all
I
happy."
loved it. Yeah, I loved it dance. It was fun.
Yes, well, you both did a good job. Yes,
Thank
yes.
you.
Now, let me ask you this question: if you can photograph one person, dead or alive, who would it be?
I would say Claude Monet, the Impressionist painter. And he was just amazing talent. And I would photograph him in Giverny, and that's in France. He was a master gardener, and I love
Mm,
gardening. He was a master gardener, and a lot of people don't know that. But in his house in Giverny,
mm,
Um, he has these big ponds with lily pads and
mm.
a wooden bridge and weeping willows. And he painted what he actually created in his gardens. Those
Oh
are where
wow!
his paintings are from. And he would paint at different times of day the same subject. So it was impression on that moment in time that he created, and just a master. I would love to go back in time and photograph him and hear his
Oh,
stories. Imagine.
oh wow! So
Amazing.
it's, so he's passed, I assume.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Incredible.
So alive, who was that one person you want to get that photo with?
Oh gosh. That's a tough one. Oh my, oh man, I don't know
You
where
know
to
that one person you
start.
say, "Oh my God, I just got to photograph that one person."
Wow, gosh, that's not really. I would say Oprah.
Yeah,
I
well,
think
that'd
she's
be a good subject.
fascinating. She's fascinating. She's really interesting. She doesn't seem boring. She's done so much as a woman and for women. So I would say
Mhm.
someone like that, a woman.
Okay,
I would pick a woman.
yeah. Well, that's a good subject because yeah,
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
can see that.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I can see you directing Oprah and stuff like that, and
I would. I would. I would. It's,
I can
it's
see that.
funny because one time, this is funny. One time I had to shoot this fashion designer in the city, New York City, and I'm
Hmm.
not going to name names.
Hmm.
Um, and and she was giving me like a tough time. And I was like, what is this? Why are you giving me a tough time? And then had to really push back at her. I said, you got to sit down, focus, and let me do my job. I said, as soon as I'm finished, you'll be finished, and then we can both get on with our day. So that slammed her back in reality, and then it was great. But I think she respected me for saying that. You know,
Hmm.
it's interesting, very
Yeah.
interesting. And
Well, I
I
can see
think
that.
that some women will treat you differently than they would treat men. It's really interesting
Hmm.
and dynamic. So when I first started, it was a male dominated field.
Hmm.
So there weren't too many women shooting, you know, back then.
Yeah,
So
that's
yeah,
true.
yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, when I think back, not telling my age, now that you mention that, when I think back to
Mhm.
a lot of photo shoots and stuff, it was males.
Mhm.
Absolutely, yes.
Right. That's right.
Hmm.
Exactly. And then the models or the subjects would come up to me after the models. I always heard this throughout my career. They are thrilled to shoot with a female photographer. So many
Hmm.
people have told me that, women have told me that throughout my entire career. Till this day,
Hmm.
you know, till this day. Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Awesome. Well, this is the one question I ask every guest that come on the show. If you could go
Okay.
back
Wait.
In time, what advice would you give your younger self?
This is this is great advice. I should have given myself back when I was young, starting out. Don't stress so much. Do not stress because it doesn't get you anywhere really. But I was so laser focused. I was so hyper vigilant when I started my career. I still am now, but I would have liked if I would have eased off on myself, and not created so much stress for myself. Basically, that's it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I know. When I ask people that question, I always tell myself, if I could go back to my younger self, I would stand up to bullies more and not be intimidated, because I let bullies intimidate my whole life. And I was like, I put myself in a shell, and it held me back from doing a lot of things that I have a lot of talent in, because I felt like I wasn't
Mm,
good enough. Nobody's going to
mhm.
accept me. Nobody's going to like me, because I didn't have what the other kids had, growing up and things
Right.
like that. But we
Right.
had a house full of love, and that stayed with me. So that's why I have so much love to people, and I like meeting people. And that's what made me come up with this concept of my mic, your voice, because I love meeting people. So it's like, okay, this is my platform. I'm giving you the mic. Now let your voice uplift people. That's the purpose of my mic, your voice. Time to
It's
be heard.
beautiful.
Because I'm not being
Beautiful.
quiet anymore. So I said 2025, I'm just open doors. I'm walking through, and I'm just not looking back. I'm like,
I
so
love
that's
it.
the advice I give my younger self, to never let somebody stop your process, so, and I'm just happy now. I'm living life, and I'm not looking back, and I'm not intimidated anymore. Hey, so bring it on. That's how I feel.
Good for you. Good for you. I'm very proud of you. That's awesome. Very proud of you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. And for
And if you
yourself, when
have,
I comment on you guys' posts and stuff, I always try to be encouraging and uplifting. I always try to say positive things and stuff like that. I never, try to be negative. And, like I say, I have a neck of meeting people. I love people. It just, my mom told me, she said, you should have been a private investigator, or you should have been a journalist, because I love getting out there, investigating things and looking into things and stuff like that. So, but I feel like my podcast, I see where it goes. I
you're
take
doing
it one day at
great.
a time.
Yes, you're doing great. You're doing great. You're meant to do this. You know,
But
you're
thank
meant to
you.
do this. It's meant to be. You had the opportunity to do this and the idea to do this, and I think it's great. Keep doing it.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you agreed to come on, and I do appreciate all the love and
Absolutely.
support you guys give me when I make posts and stuff like that. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Now,
Thank
when
you.
you think about, I want you to finish this question. It's
Mhm.
time to unwind and settle down for Luciana. Give me a visual of what that is.
Okay, here we go. So I'll give you, I'll paint you the picture. To unwind, settle down, which I do pretty much every day. Um, my husband works from home part of the week. So when we finish at the end of the day, work day, we we live on the water, which is beautiful. So we pour a glass of wine, make a little cheese platter, and sit down on a couch that the window overlooks the water. And that's the decompression, relaxing time, because I really think that that is important to have that peace, especially at the end of the day. I start every day, though, in a prayer meditation. Every day I start with a prayer. So that is very quiet, calming, and I set myself for the entire day based on that, being
Mhm.
grateful, being thankful. So I set the entire day on based on that. Yeah.
Oh, nice, nice. I see you be posting those pictures of the wine and the beautiful sunsets, and I'm
Yeah.
like looking at the water and stuff like that.
That's
I'm
what it's
always saying,
about.
such a beautiful view. Yes.
Thank
And you know
you.
what? I love the water because it's so surreal, and I can meditate. I could come up with some of the best ideas. I'm a writer too. So I have 3 notebooks full of writings, and
That's
I'm
right.
actually in the process of writing a book. So that'll be more later, but I have like 3 notebooks just Even when I used to be at work, if I have a thought, I'm writing it down on a napkin.
Mhm.
Or if I'm driving in the car, I cut on the notepad and say it in there so I wouldn't forget it and things like that. So I have 3 books, maybe 4, just full of writing. So I'm like, you know what? Just do something
Wow.
with all that stuff. Yeah.
Are
So
you journaling or writing every day, or are you writing every day or journaling or as well, or basically
um,
writing in notebooks right now?
writing in notebooks. So I have everything
Okay.
in notebooks, and then I also have it on my notepad and my phone. Because, like I say, when I come up with thoughts,
Okay.
I
Right.
put it there, and then I put it on paper.
I do the
So
same
it's
thing.
like
I do the
my
same thing.
mind, when
Yeah.
I'm asleep, my mind is thinking. I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I have to jot something down because I'm like, I don't
Mm-hmm.
want to forget that thought. So yeah, so I love
Exactly.
to write. So
Good for
hopefully
you.
we'll
I do
working
too.
on
I do
that.
too.
Yes, yes, yes. All right, so that leads me to the point of, I see you have a new book. So tell
Yeah.
everybody a little bit about your book.
Yeah. It's called Heavenly Blessings, and the Sacred Full Moon Manifestation Prayer Book. I'm going to try to, there. You can see it better there.
Hmm.
Doesn't have much reflection.
Yes.
So I published it in January. So I wanted to start the new year with something really inspiring, not just to me, but to other people. And I wanted to
Hmm.
share my knowledge of doing these full moon rituals. They're manifestation rituals. I'm a big manifester. I've manifested my whole life. I've been doing full moon manifestation rituals for years now. And I have a whole process I go through, and it's in the book, it's in the journal. But it's also a journal. We go through every moon basically, and it's an introduction. Everything is writing, and then we go into what you need to items for the manifestation, the instructions, what to do under the full moon, and there's pages based on what each month full moon is. Like this month is April. It's the pink moon this month. So you can write your manifestations in on this paper. It's interesting to look back over the year, a year later, what you've written previously.
Hmm.
I didn't mess this copy up because I don't want people to think all my scribbling. And then the rest of the book is like a daily inspiration, you know, here for this one, I have each word has a as some inspiring words about it. So here's a word called change. I embrace change as a pathway to align with God's perfect plan for my life. There's many of
Hmm.
them, you know. Uh, Here we go. Unity is another word. I'm united with others through divine love and harmony. So these little inspirations, but you would write, say, daily or every few days, some of your inspirations, some of your, thoughts. So it's a journal as well as a manifestation guide, a full moon manifestation guide as well. So I
Okay.
hope people use it as a tool and
Okay.
inspire
Awesome.
people that way to
Hmm.
manifest.
Hmm. And so, what inspired you to come up with this idea?
I I wanted I don't know. I come up with all these ideas all the time, but
Hmm.
never to write um and put it down. I was practicing my full moon stuff, and I was like, my manifestations. I was like, wow, I should share this with more people. Not just me
Hmm.
holding this to myself, the whole ritual situation to myself, but share it with other people, and
Hmm.
also incorporate journaling is in it as well. And I feel that when you write down in pen, not just on the computer, but if you write down an actual pen, it solidifies the manifestation that's put out to the universe. So
Hmm.
that I wanted to inspire people, and I wanted to have this new year be a fresh new year of inspiration, love. You know,
Hmm.
I just got inspired by just existing and thinking it was going to be a wonderful experience to share with people.
Oh, well, you have the perfect personality. So you're so
Thank
bubbly and
you.
just
Thank
outgoing.
you.
And I'm just like,
Thank
oh,
you.
there she goes. She's on another mission.
Always. I don't even post half of the stuff I do. I do not even post most of the stuff I do.
Wow.
Yeah, don't even do it.
Wow. Well, that's awesome. Well, I do appreciate you coming on, taking the time today to
Absolutely.
speak with me and my guest, and let everybody know what charities you support, and they and see how they can help support them as well.
Okay, so right now, part of the leadership committee of the American Heart Association, and they can go and donate online if they want to donate to the American Heart Association. That's a big one. They're having the big gala in June 27th this summer. So that's a big gala. But they're having other events that we attend prior to that, and my husband photographs those events. The next one is in May 10th, and that will I'll put it out there on social media as well, so you can do that, and also rescue rocks with the dogs, the dog organization as well, and I can give you links to those charities.
Okay, awesome. You have some great charities there. Yes,
Thank you.
and I'm quite sure they all appreciate all the work that you're doing to help support as well.
As
So
much as I can do.
yes, yeah. Well, you've been
Thank
awesome.
you
Thank you
so
so
much.
much. I enjoyed this, and I look forward to us doing it again one day in the future.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
we'll get this edited and updated, and so that way you can look back on it. All right. Thank
I love
you.
that. Thank you, Brenda. Thank you.
Thank
God bless.
you. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye now.
Okay. Bye bye.